Hey there, welcome to Russian Trucking. My name is Scott. I'm currently an over-the-road truck driver. I work for a company called ADS, that stands for Advanced Drainage Systems. I deliver drainage pipe. I know I haven't posted for a little bit over a year, and if you watch the entire video, I'll explain why. But the first part of the video is going to be this delivery that I just did. I found it to be very interesting and unique, so I went ahead and recorded it. So if you're here just to see the delivery and what that's like, driving a semi-truck in a cornfield, there's that segment of the video. But if you're interested in a little bit more about what I've been up to, what the company's like, then there's a little segment after that. So feel free to click away after the delivery, whatever you want to do. If you want to stay through the entire video, more power to you. This is a long video because I haven't posted in a while. It's a lot of information. So, but that's enough of the intro of me gabbing. Oh, and I do make some. I do misspeak a couple times after the delivery during the talking part of the video. I say DHS when I meant DHL drivers, and I think I said MVIR, which is the inspection of the truck, when I meant your driving history. But I was in the midst of driving through a cornfield and more worried about not getting stuck as opposed to the details of what was coming out of my mouth. So, with all that said, enjoy the video. Big dip here. Felt the brake chamber area hit. Traction control on and the diff lock, just in case. Looks like they're digging out a ditch here on the right, putting drainage in. A lot of potholes. Now the phone smooths stuff out, so you can't really tell how bouncy this is, but it's not too bad. I've been in worse. Glad that dude was here to meet me, though. Otherwise, I would have no idea to come back here. Oh, come on, baby. You don't need to. There's one time when automatic trucks aren't nice, aren't efficient, and aren't good. At times, when you're in areas areas that it might spin, and your RPMs are getting a little on the high side, and then it shifts, and then you bog down, and either you stop because you start spinning or whatever, instead of, I know it has a manual mode, but it's just not intuitive to operate. Like you have to pull up on the stock to go one way to increase to go a gear up, and push down to go down. But in the heat of the moment, if you hit the wrong direction, it's not going to do what you want it to do. But almost there. Well, he said he's going to get me turned around. It's going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. I guess other trucks have been here, so we can do it. Area back here that I can't see. Dang, it just keeps going. Crazy. Some equipment for me. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. So he just told that guy in the backhoe there, going to make another path left of this ditch. So he's just destroying corn, driving right through it.
They're just going to go around that trench. They got a trench in the way, and go through that corn, come back out and around, and then you got to go about another 600 feet. We'll dump probably your back half all the way at the end, then drive you ahead 300 feet, and then dump off the other half. And that should be it.
Okay. So just go ahead and drive through the corn right now?
Drive around there.
All right.
He'll probably knock one more path. He'll make it a little bit wider for you.
So wait for him yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Comes again. I'm probably going to be knocking down some corn of my own. Doesn't look like it's quite wide enough for me, but we'll see. go. Try not to. So my first prerogative is to stay out of that ditch. This is wild, dude. A little over a year with this company, and this is one of the wildest deliveries yet. Got my tandems past the ditch, past the dirt. Down any additional corn, so that's good. We gotta see if
You want me to stay on this side or swing?
Alright. So I'm pulling forward, there's a turnaround area down there. Half my trailer, then dump the rest.
You're not going down, don't worry about it.
All right. Knock corn down, don't worry about it, he says. Where he's wanting me to turn around right here, definitely going to be knocking down corn. Either with the front right of my truck here, yep, or where I'm backing into. And there we go with a little bit. And there we go with my trailer. Said don't worry about it, so I'm not. But I'm going to try to keep it to the minimum. Sorry, phone turned on me there. Now I gotta back up and get lined up next to the corn, give me room to dump. that's good. Okay, there it is, all dumped out. Job done. Now just get back to the road. Well, might as well talk a little bit on the way out here. So I know I've been absent from videos for quite a while, a little over a year. But I figured I'd try videoing this one. Number one, because it was interesting, and number two, I figured I could do it without getting my company's. Dang it! No, they don't care if their name is out there. But when I got hired on last year, they did make me sign something saying that I'm not allowed to post anything on any social media regarding any potential proprietary information or processes. So, and because of that, I've been a little nervous because it is a good job, pays really well. At the moment, I've been away from home quite a bit. Come on, baby. That was that automatic shifting that I said about earlier. Going. Alright, where was I? So yeah, I just can't post anything proprietary. So the communication with my boss isn't the greatest. I've told him about my videos and my channel, and we're really hurting for drivers, just like every other company is. It's like every other industry is these days. And I told him, if you would let me do some videos, I could probably get one or two drivers interested. But he's never gotten back to me. I've never been given guidelines as to what to show, what not to show. So I've just gone the safe route and not posted anything. Because the last thing I want to do is put something out there that they don't want, and they end up firing me, and I definitely don't want that. The insurance is too good, the pay's too good to risk that. So here I am. But today I decided to record it. As you see, the company is that stands for ADS, Advanced Drainage Systems. You're not going to find much information on them online. The reason I came here is I found a driver in a Love's, or a Pilot, I can't remember. Truck stop regardless. He was talking to another driver inside, and I overheard him while waiting for a shower. And I waited till he was done with him and asked him what he was talking about, because what I was hearing, the numbers and all that stuff was really good. So I started asking him questions, because at the time I was with Night Transportation making peanuts, just not making anything. So the numbers he was talking about was really, really good. Upwards of 100,000 a year. So talked to him, put my application in, got in, and it's been good. Going through a transition period now. I had a new CEO, not this past January, but the January before, that's overhauling the company. Not completely, but there is one big thing that he's changed, and it's how having to do with the OTR division of this company, which is what I got hired on to do. Which we have plants all across the country, Canada, Mexico, and OTR drivers in that fleet basically just transported pipe from plant to plant across the country, wherever it needed it. Huge miles, 3,400 miles a week. Like I said, big money. You get paid for everything. Drop pay. If you get stopped up at a plant, they pay detention. If you get shut down by weather, they're very safety oriented, like every other company. They have something called a stop work authority. If you don't feel safe in any situation, you stop work. And basically, depending on the situation, you get paid an hourly rate starting the first second that you declare stop work authority, whether it's for safety or weather related or whatever. But if you run into a snowstorm and you're shut down for 2 days, they're going to pay you an hourly rate that they come up with. Come on, baby. I'm in a little bit softer dirt here. My hourly rate right now is $24 an hour. So they start paying that, like I said, the first second you get shut down, breakdown, weather, whatever, up to 8 hours a day. I think it is 8 or 10 hours a day. And then it works out a whole lot better than every other company where they have maxes, a per day max, or whatever. Sorry, I'm making a turn here, so I'm having to pay attention. But anyway, it's been good, but been away from home quite a bit. And one of the biggest transition that the new CEO is making is he's bringing in owner-operators, DHS drivers to take over the long-haul plant-to-plant loads for the most part. We still do them rarely. So that's been outsourced, and what they've been using us for is when a plant is really, really busy and their regular local drivers aren't enough to deliver everything that they have on the books, they bring in the OTR fleet, which we're a fleet of roughly 12, 13, 14 drivers, depending on the week. It fluctuates, but right around there. They disperse us throughout the country as needed. Alright, back at the road. Turn off my traction control. I'm off the diff. Alright. And I'm out in Ohio right now. So they disperse us, OTR fleet, to be what they call loaned out to a plant for a certain amount of time. And they go week to week. So if you get loaned out, like I'm loaned out in Findlay, Ohio right now, blood is spraying everywhere from my tires. That's never good. It's done. Maybe that wasn't much. So we get loaned out week to week. I just got here. This is my second day here at the Findlay plant. And they put us up in a hotel. They send us on 1 or 2 loads a day. Typically it's 450 to 500 miles a day, 5 days a week. And then we do work Saturdays to finish out our 70-hour clock. or as close as we can to get into it. So Saturday will be a shorter day, maybe a 300-mile day, or 250, 300, whatever. And then we reset every Sunday because the plants aren't open on Sundays. So it's a predictable schedule, Monday through Saturday, reset every single Sunday. And then my boss says he wants us out a minimum of 3 weeks before we go home. I have gone home after 2 weeks, but I try not to make that a habit. I've been out as long as 6 weeks at a time. But the benefits are good, really good. We get 100 hours worth of vacation a year. Just got back from a trip my wife and I took. Drove up to Boston. Our oldest daughter lives there in the suburbs of Boston, so we spent 3 days there. Then we drove up to Bangor, Maine, and visited Acadia National Park. And that, anyway, that was a 10-day vacation. So they're going to pay me 50 hours for that vacation. So I have another 50 hours to use during the Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that stuff. And we get paid all the major holidays. All the major holidays, the plants are closed, so they try to send us home for a long weekend during those weeks. And the plants are closed between Christmas and New Year's, so we have that whole week off. So it's good. But like I said, there are some changes going on. It's a very unique job. It's not local, but it's not true OTR. So I've also been a little hesitant of putting information out here about this company, even though we're looking for so many drivers, because it's a very unique mindset to want to be able to do this. Still be away from home, but live out of a hotel. Like I didn't show, and like I don't want to show, is the type of trailers that we use. They dump off of a certain side using either a controller or switch or whatever. Sometimes we always have to deliver. We always have to dump the product at the customer. Sometimes we have to manhandle it to get it fully off the trailer. Sometimes it'll dump completely on its own. It just depends on where we're at, how it dumps, what size of pipe we have. But a lot of OTR-minded drivers do not want to touch freight, and I don't blame them. But for the most part, this is a good mix. Get out, get a little bit of exercise once, maybe twice a day. Still get 400, 450, 500 miles. You're going back to a predictable spot. You have a shower guaranteed every night. In the hotel room, you're staying in the same bed. You're not staying in your truck. There are times when you may have to, but for the most part, you're staying in a hotel. And then, there are times when I've been at a plant far enough away, say in Wisconsin, or even from this plant, middle of Ohio. Back when I lived in Florida, I now live in Maryland, by the way. Back when I lived in Orlando, they would fly me from Ohio down to Orlando for home time for a long weekend, and then fly me back, give me rental cars to get to and from the airport. They've gotten me, since I've lived in Maryland, from this plant, they've gotten me rental cars to drive home to Maryland, keep the rental car over my home time, and then drive it back. I get paid for how many hours it takes me to drive home. I get paid for the time to drive back. Even when they flew me, I get paid from the hours to drive. I get paid for the amount of time in the airplane. I get paid for the amount of time from from the airport to home. Like I said, they pay for daggum near everything. So, and right now, as of this last paycheck, I am on pace to make between 90 and 95,000. So, and I'm coming up on my third year. I will complete my second full year, or third full year, rather. Yeah, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, my third full year out here trucking in November. At the end of October, I'll finish that. So, yep. But that's where we're at now. I know this video has been really long, and if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. You must really be interested in what I've been up to. If you stayed this long through this rambling, but hey, if you're interested, I'm going to put my email in the description. Shoot me a quick email if you want any more information. If you're interested, I can get you in contact with my boss. If you're looking for a place to go, yeah, and we'll just see if you're see if you're a good fit. They do ask a minimum amount of driving time to be 2 years. And then obviously the whole safe MBR and MBIR and all that stuff. So if you're interested, shoot me an email and go from there. But in the meantime, keep rolling. Don't know when the next time is I'll be able to upload, but it is what it is. At least you got some information as to where I'm at. Email me or comment below. Until then, talk to you later.